The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew.
Glory to you, O Lord.
Jesus began to reproach the towns where most of his mighty deeds had been done, since they had not repented. Woe to you, Chorazin! Woe to you, Bethsaida! For if the mighty deeds done in your midst had been done in Tyre and Sidon, they would long ago have repented in sackcloth and ashes. But I tell you, it will be more tolerable for Tyre and Sidon on the day of judgment than for you. And as for you, Capernaum, will you be exalted to heaven? You will go down to the netherworld. For if the mighty deeds done in your midst had been done in Sodom, it would have remained until this day. But I tell you, it will be more tolerable for the land of Sodom on the day of judgment than for you. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
So I have to admit, and this may say more about me than it does anything else, but I really like these doom and gloom readings that we find really all throughout the Old Testament, but even we get glimpses of in Jesus' own teachings. Well, first of all, because it's confusing, and I think for me at least, when I approach these confusing readings, it makes me actually dig down deep and try to figure out what they're actually saying. And when I do that work of digging deep, I recognize, I think, two things. The first, that it's comforting to know that I'm not the only one that screws up, that this is something that's happened all throughout our human history and our salvation history. We keep getting it wrong. We keep focusing on the wrong things, and this is very clear from our first reading, as well as all of these people that Jesus is so disappointed with. We're just not getting it. But the second thing, the more important thing, is that it shows that God doesn't give up to us even in the face of our own ineptitude, that we get it wrong time and time and time and time again. All we seem to want to do is to destroy, and yet God is there waiting for us. So I think these doom and gloom readings are a greater sign of hope than, the niceties of God is love and all of that stuff, which is true, don't get me wrong, but this is where the rubber hits the road, in my estimation. And I think this is where we can find that true, deep, lasting love of God, the love that he has for each and every one of us.